What's here we go? We're back here with Fireman 3 Houses, this time, once again, doing some more French supports. Here we go. If you did not see the first one, basically what's going on here is I have no earbuds in, no sound comes from this monitor, and I'm going to watch through some of the support dialogues, and I will try and interpret what the French subtitles are saying really poorly, because I don't speak French very well. But it was pretty fun the last time I did it, so I say we do it again. Maybe we start, let's start with the Rhea and Bila support. Blue Lions, why not? This is we didn't do too many Bila supports last time. We did like one or two, but anyway, welcome, Professor. This is the first time if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time I've seen you here, isn't it?
There is no need to
Don't worry about anything. Please come in.
When you speak with me here in this room, you are
last,
not speaking with the
such that
Archbishop,
you
but
should
Rhea.
meet me in this room.
It's just me.
It's not, when you meet me in this room, it's not the Archbishop you're talking to, but it's just Rhea. Just me. I understand, or, I still feel a bit nervous.
What a sweet child you are.
What a brave child. What?
My apologies.
Oh, excuse me.
I should not be
I shouldn't
treating you like a child,
infantilize
as
you.
Gerald's kin somehow.
You're
You don't seem at all
Gerald's
a
girl,
stranger
but
to me.
you don't seem like a stranger in my eyes.
Speaking of Gerald,
Much
may
like
I ask
Gerald,
if he
can
ever
I
spoke of me to
ask?
you?
Have I already asked? Has he already spoken to you about me? I think is what that's saying. He never spoke about you. He said that you were terrifying. He said that you were extraordinary. He said that you were terrifying.
My, but that
Oh,
does
that
sound like
certainly
something
sounds like
would
Gerald.
say.
But
However, one
we
would be
shouldn't
remiss to not take circumstances
neglect the
into
circumstances in which the paroles are pronounced.
In order to rise
To,
to the role of Archbishop, one
To
must
work as an
maintain
archbishop,
unbiased
you have
approach
to be capable
judgment.
of
It often
impartial
requires a
judgment.
certain sternness of words
That
and
which
actions.
exists, gives off a certain austerity, a personal austerity.
However, I believe that
However,
the person who stands before you
that
now
which
is no
you,
longer
today,
threatening. At
I
least
would
that is
not
my
like to
hope.
terrify you. At least I hope.
Since you are here, shall I tell
could
you about the
you,
Gerald that I knew?
with you here, do you want to talk about the Gerald that I know?
By the look of it,
It seems to
You
me
haven't
that
heard
you
much about
haven't
his time at the monastery, have
something very long the period of the monastery. Isn't that right?
when I first met
I
Gerald,
met
he was
Gerald
quite young.
when he was still quite
Why,
young.
he
He
could not
didn't
even
have. He
grow a
didn't even
full
have
beard at that
a
point.
beard to mention.
On one fateful occasion,
One
band of
day,
mercenaries
one
who
tired,
belonged to
lazy
fought
day,
alongside the Knights
a group of
Cerberus.
mercenaries which were carrying to fight at our side beside the Knights of
I was
Ceros.
traveling with the
At
Knights
that
at the
time, I
and Gerald
was
jumped
traveling
in
with
front of an
knights,
attack
and
meant
Gerald
for me. He was
got in
gravely
between
wounded, on the
an
verge of
attack
death.
that was destined for me. It gravely injured
I
him.
tended to his wounds
I
in a desperate attempt
healed
to
his
save
wounds
life.
with the hope,
Thankfully,
but
my
hope
efforts
was,
were not
but I
in
hope
vain.
almost it was
Gerald
almost
managed to
hope was
escape
almost
a
lost of
seemingly
saving his
certain
life.
death.
Fortunately, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald escaped with only a minor
I
injury.
made arrangements for him
Scar,
to receive
maybe?
further care at Garrick Mall.
I
moment he
then
was deemed fully
brought him to
recovered,
Garrick Mach
I invited
for
him to join
for
the
his
Knights.
convalescence. Then it became that he was okay, and I invited him to join the Knights. I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. Or he never told me that. I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me.
Well, it is not a story
That
I have
is a
often
story
repeated.
that I tell quite rarely.
Even at the monastery.
Even at the
there are not
monastery,
many who know that.
few people do.
I tell you this
If
because
I could
to
speak
me,
to you,
you are the child of the one
it's
who
because
saved my life
you
all
are
those years ago.
the child of one whom saved my life, even though if it was all those years
And
ago.
also,
And so, yes,
never mind.
it doesn't
is
matter.
nothing.
I
simply
just want
wanted say
to
that
express
I
my
trust you.
thanks, my trust in
By
you, something
coming
like
to
that.
visit with me today, you have-
Nothing is stopping you from visiting me again. You can.
Suffice it to say that my day is brighter
I
than
would
it
love to
otherwise
have a
would
chance
be.
to tell you
I thank you for
all
that.
about our adventures. Thanks. All right, I wasn't horribly far off with most of that, I think. You still have the English audio to hear, so you can see just how far I was. Although, not all. It's obviously not all translated one to one. Manuela and Ferdinand. Don't remember this. Sure. Manuela and Ferdinand. Second part. Silver Snow. Let's do this.
Let's Let's see.
Let's
Be
see.
here somewhere.
It should be around here
My
somewhere.
princess.
Oh, noble
Pray tell,
princess.
Are you seeking a book?
Are you looking for a book? Are you on a quest for a book?
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
You should probably settle down a little with the
it should be
princess
better.
talk.
You'd be better off if you were quiet when you meet people for the first time. When you call out to someone.
Just speak to me normally.
I thought I already told you
My princess days are long gone.
to cause me normalment. If I had one day that I could want to be called princess, you would know.
I could not disagree
But
more.
much to the contrary. To my eyes, you
always be
are
that dazzling
always this
songstress,
the
that veritable
blossoming
princess of the
diva,
opera.
this authentic princess of the
From
opera.
ages 5 to 11,
One,
I never missed a single
5
one of
years
your
ago,
performances.
one day, something about 11 years. I would never have missed one of your appearances. Oh, wait. So from when I was 5 to when I was 11, I never missed any of your shows, I guess.
Seeing you on stage was
That
like glimpsing
show
heaven.
made
I was
me
overcome with
it
bliss.
was like a miniature paradise. I found myself enraptured by its beauty.
Going a little overboard.
That seems a bit much,
And I-
doesn't it?
I
Well,
may have something in my
I have
eye.
something in the eye.
Elegant coalescence
Something in
of
my eye.
beautiful song and
Help!
frenetic swordplay.
And
That
this
was the
elegance
most
with which
memorable
you
aspect
sing
for
and
me.
the choreography with which you danced and and you respond with harmony. How could I forget
On
that?
stage, weapon in hand,
Dressed up
letting your ballad soar to
On
the heavens.
stage, I guess is what that means. Weapon in hand, lancing into a heroic ballad, something to something.
Honestly, the first time I
I held a sword
was
for
not
the
to
first
train.
time,
was trying
not
to
for
do your
training, but
sword
because I
dance.
was imitating your dance moves when I was a kid.
I inspired your love of weaponry.
So it's thanks to me that you have your love of weapons. That's quite flattering.
Correct. It is all thanks to you.
Incontestably, that's what I should all.
Oh, come now.
All right, come on, that's a bit much.
Although I'm honored that my
I
stage
was,
presence had
but
any such influence on your
I'm quite
life.
honored that my work on stage has had an influence on your
The
life.
honor is all mine.
Well, I'm the
You
one who should
blessed
be
me by
honored.
returning to my
It's
life.
quite fortunate that you see here to have reappeared. You've come and reappeared in my
No matter
life.
where I go,
Such
or who
where
I end
were
up
I
marrying,
to
my childhood memory
that
of you
which
is inscribed
the
in
company
deepest
that
depths
shared
of
my life, your memory accompanied me always and had a huge impact on my heart.
Is something the
Is
matter?
something wrong?
Oh,
Oh no,
nothing.
it's nothing. I'm just
I just feel a little
thinking a
empty
bit. That's
inside.
all. Okay. Maybe got that one a little less, but there was an attempt. Setith and Bernie Bear C+, why don't we?
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yes. What is
Yes.
it?
What is it?
I'm really sorry
I
about what
I wanted to
said.
apologize for what I said to you last time.
I shouldn't have called
I
you scary.
didn't mean to
Even if,
say that you scared me, even if it is the case.
I'm
I just
sorry.
wanted to tell you that. Sorry.
It is nothing I haven't heard before.
You didn't offend me? What I read that to say is, you didn't learn anything from me, but that doesn't make any sense. Like I didn't take anything from it. It didn't hurt me much. It's okay, basically is what he's saying, I think. Like, it didn't leave a big impact on me, I guess.
I am well aware of my
I
austere
was
nature.
aware of the...
I'm
I'm aware
accustomed
of
to
the severity
commentary
of my
brings.
personality, and so remarks such as those are not rare, I guess?
I do confess, however,
I should,
that I was slightly
perhaps I
hurt
should
to see you flee from me in
make
such
an attempt
abject
to,
terror.
something about the terror that I've unleashed upon people.
Never do it again.
No,
I
don't be
promise.
sad. I didn't mean that sort of thing. I promise. But I was just wondering,
Were you really writing a farewell letter?
was that a goodbye letter?
Ah, that.
Oh, that.
No, actually.
No, it
I
was,
was composing
something
a fable
written by
centered around
Saint
Saint-
Indec.
I didn't know you wrote
Oh, I
fables.
didn't know he could write.
Saint Indec, one of the four
Oh, he can.
saints.
Saint
He was
Indec,
an
one
extraordinarily
of the
shy
four
person.
saints, is a man of exceptional
It
timidity.
is said that he spent most of his life
One
in
might say
solitude.
that he has passed
unable to
the
open
most
his
of his
heart to
life
anyone.
in solitude, incapable of being opening up his heart to anyone.
I like him already.
Oh, he sounds just like me, or I know that feeling, something like that.
He was, after all, a man who hid
he's
himself away
he's
at
gotten
the bottom of the lake.
to great lengths to hide himself in a lake from the eyes of the world.
What's that about? a
How's
lake?
that? At the bottom of a lake.
Nothing. Now,
Don't worry
something
about it. It's
else
not
to
that
know
interesting.
about Saint Indek
One
is that
other
he had
detail that is
incredible skill
important
with
to
his
keep in
hands.
mind concerning Saint Indek is that he is very good with his
And that
hands.
skill made him beloved by
People appreciate that
because he
enormously, which
constantly applied it to
therefore
their benefit.
he puts that service to use for others.
The moral of the story.
The moral of
is
this
that
story is that
shortcomings can be
our
made up for
faults
with talent
can
and kindness.
also surpass talent and generosity. The other way around, I guess.
I like it.
I like that
I
idea,
don't have
but
any talents
I don't know
like
that I have any kind of talent that's comparable.
Can't even imagine
I
being that helpful to people.
don't see
Saint Indek must
anything
have
that
been
I could
really gifted.
add to the world like him. Saint Indek sounds like an extraordinary
Don't be
person.
so quick to dismiss
I-
your abilities.
Don't think that you got. I don't. Don't be so sure. Don't be so quick to self-deprecate
You and
yourself.
he
I guess.
Are actually alike in
No,
more
just
ways than one.
I
You possess
think
Indek's crest,
there
after all,
that
do
Saint
you not?
Indek and you have a lot of traits in common. You have his crest, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. You really think?
Do you
we're
think you
alike?
really think we have that much in common?
Now I want to know all about
Even
him.
right now, I'm burning with envy to better know him. I'd really like to know him, I guess. Now I'd really like to get to know him better.
think I could read your
Could
fable?
I
When it's done.
read his letter when you're done with it, or his maybe I don't know what Comte his book.
Absolutely.
But of course, the
Example
life
is
that
something
he
that we can all learn from.
is a good example for you,
Thanks so
for us all.
much. I'm excited
Thank
to
you.
see it.
I can't wait to read it. Nice. So Saint Indek wrote something, and she wanted to read it, and he was saying that they're not actually all that different, and that she shouldn't be ashamed of her timidity or something. I'm actually getting, you know what? So far today, we haven't messed up too many. I feel like I'm getting the gist. I'm getting sufficient gistage of what we've seen so far. B support with Hoppy. I don't know that I remember what Cyril and Hoppy do together.
Keeping it
In
clean,
B-Sport.
sweeping it clean, no more trash,
keeping it clean,
nowhere, no how.
tidy, keeping it clean to eradicate dirt.
Oh, darn, there's trash over there.
This is just there's a bit more something to do back there. Still working hard, I see.
Hey, Professor.
Hey, Professor. The cathedral is really important for the Church of Saros, so when I clean, I make sure it shines. Cleaning and washing also lets me take some time to think. And so to times where I'm talking, singing, speaking, even I don't have time to speak with you, is maybe what he's saying. I can't work at the same time I'm speaking, but no one cleans it as well as me. Me, I just like to watch till it sparkles. You think so?
Nah, not really.
No, not really. I
And
don't know what's
Lady Ray told me
happening.
it's okay if
And
I
then
don't show an interest
Lady Ray
unless I
even
feel
told me
like
that
And I haven't so far, but
it was not bred to make it seem to believe. Until then, I didn't really interest
I
me.
just want to take good care
It's
of the
just
things
that
she cares
these
about.
religious things are important to her, and so I'd like to take care of them.
There's a thing she wants taken care of.
If
then I'll
she
do it better
wanted
than anyone else.
one of these machines cleaned, then I'd better do it no matter what.
Don't you feel the same? Since Lady Rhea really took a liking to you and
You're
all.
not like you don't feel the same way if you saw Lady Rhea wanted something and all. I don't really have time to help, or I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No, but I also don't know what I'm
Maybe
saying.
You don't realize how great a
I
person
think that
Lady Rhea
you
is.
would see that just how strong Lady Rhea is.
She's always
She
praying hard as she can for her
prays every
followers
day with
all
fervor
across
for the
Fodlan. She
people,
does
the believers of
every- and
Fodlan.
even though she's always so
And even if
busy,
she was
she tries to
busy,
listen to as
she
many
always
people's
takes the
needs
time
as
to
she
try
can.
and listen to as many people
When
as
she seen the
possible.
kids who
When
lost
she
their parents in
saw
Ramire
the kids in
Village,
Ramire
she didn't leave them
who
there.
were having
She got
who
the
lost their
church to
parents,
take those
she
kids in. Same
arranged
with
to have
me.
the church take care of them. All like her something.
She's so kind.
She's really nice.
She's almost like a
she's
mom to
like
all her
a mother to
followers,
those
and
people,
just
the
everybody
believers,
that I can
and
think
everyone
of
loves
loves
her. At least as far as I can tell. Really, or I think that there are more people who are nice. Maybe I'll just go with really. Really?
You really didn't know?
You you really didn't notice?
Maybe she
Well,
likes
yes,
you more
maybe
than
that
she
there are
likes
some
me.
people who appreciate her more than me.
But I know that I
but,
know a whole lot more about her
I
than
don't know
you do.
any of those people. That's for sure.
I know these things, okay?
I
Don't go talking down
I
to me
know
like
I
you
know
know better.
I know this. Got it. So don't try and get condescending with me. But I didn't do anything.
Huh? Well,
Really?
just as long as we're all clear on
then
that.
it's hard to understand. You know what, Cyril? If there's anything on which you and I agree, it's that it's very hard to understand. All right, that one I got decidedly less. Let's do a few more. To do and a net to B, not B plus.
Hi, Dudu.
Hey, Dudu.
Thank you again
I was
for
hoping to
helping me out the other day.
thank you again for your help the other day.
Everything was ready in time for dinner,
Everything
and
was
we all
ready
agreed the
in
food
time
was
for dinner,
really
and
tasty.
everyone found the meal super delicious.
I barely did anything.
I didn't do very much.
That's silly talk.
Are you kidding me?
Just
With
a
the little few
few
ingredients
ingredients,
you had,
amazing meal.
you prepared the most incredible meal ever.
never have done it. No way.
Menu rather. I would
deserve
never have been able to do that. It was
every single
impossible. You deserve all the compliments in the world.
I still have much to learn.
I only did. I still have a lot to learn.
Truly delicious
The
food
real
brings a smile
cooking,
to
the
people's
delicious
faces.
cooking, puts smile on everyone's faces.
Until I see His Highness
Until I
smile in
have
that
found,
way, I will
put a smile
spare
on
no
His
effort
Highness's
to
face
improve.
in that same way. I cannot cease to improve.
Well, if that's your aim.
Well,
you're in
if that's your objective,
I've seen
then
him shoveling
you're in luck
food
because
with
I
gusto.
saw him eating with great pleasure.
Must be really ambitious
You
if
should.
you're not satisfied with that meal.
You shouldn't raise the bar so high if you're not satisfied with that kind of miraculous
I'd love
meal.
for you to teach
I'd,
me
I'd
your
love to
ways.
for you to
I
teach
wanna
me your
be a great
techniques.
cook,
I
too.
want to be a good cook as well.
Your skills are not
The problem is not with
You
your
merely
knowledge,
make errors
your
and
know-how. It's you just simply make errors of negligence.
Well, sure.
Oh,
I
well,
know
of course,
that.
I know that.
But
How can I stop making such errors?
No matter how hard I try, I always seem to mess things up.
I'm really trying hard, but I always seem to mess it up.
The pan explodes
The
when I cook.
the Marmite
I
exploded
forget
when
my
I
purse go shopping.
cook.
That's just
I
how
forget
life
my
is for a
something when I
scatterbrain
go
like
out
me.
walking. It's just these sort of things that happen to me. I guess I just got my head in the air.
Just the other day, I was
Um,
nearly left off the training ground for
The other
wearing
day,
mismatched
when I was
shoes.
training, everyone was making fun of me because I was wearing mismatched socks. Hey, well, that's on them. Mismatched socks are adorable.
My uncle used to sigh
My
in
uncle,
despair
could,
when he saw me messing something up.
Always despair. Oh, he would always be so depressed when every time I failed with something like that.
You simply fail to pay attention
You should not
to your
pay
surroundings.
attention to those who insult you all the time.
Ensure the pan is on the flame.
Ensure,
and that the knives are put away
rest assured
properly.
that Santa Claus, no, that would be Père Noël, not Poël, make sure the pot is on the fire when you when the knives are arranged.
Look at yourself in the mirror before you go
Look at
out
yourself in the
to
mirror
make
before
certain
you
have
leave
what you
to
need.
make sure that you have everything that you need when anything that you might need going
Everyone
forward.
makes mistakes.
Everyone
but
makes
yours should
errors,
be
but
easy enough to
yours
correct.
should be easy to correct.
That's all great advice.
Well, that's really good advice.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Dudu.
Dudu.
You really are sweet.
At first I thought you were so
at first I
stern
found you
all
pretty
the
Am I
intimidating.
that imposing?
Am I really that imposing?
Well, a bit.
Well, a little.
Maybe if you smiled
a bit more.
All you have to do is lift up the
all you have to
corners
do
of
is
your mouth.
lift the edges of your mouth,
See?
like this.
I see.
I see.
We'll try it.
I will try. Yay! Good. Okay, that one I got a bit more, but to be fair, I also remembered a bit about that one. I didn't realize it was that one, but once it started, I was like, oh, I know this one. Caspar and Linhart, B. Let's do it. We'll do one more after this. Why is it that I can't beat people who are taller than me? It's not even like they're stronger than me. Help me figure out a strategy, Linhart.
Not a waste of time.
Isn't that a waste of time?
Even if I
gave you a perfect strategy, and I have already, you wouldn't even use it. Your plans are always super complicated. Come on, please, give me help. Give me a hand here. Very well, if you insist, I will try to share my genius tactics with you. Let's see. This is what I call my secret plan.
already have a plan?
Whoa! You have
really are
a
ready
you already
for
have a tactic ready?
So,
You really are prepared
what
for
is it?
everything. So what is it?
Land the first hit.
Get the
Then
first
keep
strike,
hitting them
then
front
continue
back
to
as
strike
you
them
can
until they
until it's
can't fight back.
So you're basically telling me to just
And
fight?
I have no idea what is trying to be said here. In fact, you tell me to content to hit? Is what I read that as, but I know that doesn't mean anything.
Dodge their attacks.
Dodge
keep
their
up the
attacks
assault,
and then keep
go to the
hitting.
knees.
And break their legs, that's all. Or their knees.
The secret is
Your
the
secret
knees?
is to hit their
Being
knees?
tall means short people.
The short people have an easier
Exploit the
reach
enemy's
towards the
weakness, Caspar.
knees of taller people. Exploit their weaknesses, Caspar.
Makes sense. That
Well, that makes a
doesn't
lot of
sound
sense to
like
me,
my
but
style, though. I don't really wanna
technique.
exploit a
The technique
weakness.
doesn't sound anything like what I've ever heard. I don't really want to exploit a
Then
weakness.
go ahead and continue
Um,
losing.
Well then,
you can listen
I
to
guess
the
you'll have
rest
to
of my
continue to
plan.
get massacred. Or you could listen to the rest of my strategy.
more?
Oh, you weren't finished. Okay, well, carry on. Tell me the rest.
Your defense is careless.
Your defense
The
is
last bit of my
pathetic.
secret is that
You need to work on it a
train
lot
in
more.
that area.
That's the rest of my secret plan.
I won't argue with
Oh,
training.
okay. So
Let's
I gotta,
go.
all I gotta do is train, and then I'll go do it. Let's go.
No, I don't think we
Wait,
should.
that's
Come
not.
on. You've even
And
got that height
you
advantage you're always going on
have
about.
the famous
You're the
advantage
perfect
of
training partner for me.
height. When you're already something. So you're the I see. You're already a lot taller than me, so you're the ideal training
Quit
partner.
stalling and let's go.
So let's go put this to the test.
Fine.
Oh,
I'll
well,
train
all
you,
right.
but
I'll
only
train
for a
with
bit.
you, but not much.
All right, Lenhart.
Come on,
Come to
Linhart,
me again.
hit me again.
Caspar, please.
Please,
I need
Caspar.
water.
The water.
I need water.
I need.
I'm going
I
to.
need to find.
Gotta go get
Goodbye.
Huh?
Hey,
Hey.
get back here right now.
He got
Come
away.
on, he's gone. That was hilarious. What did he say? Go for the Neasley or keep getting massacred? That was a good fun one. I feel like I got a some sense of that. Oh, a Hubert one. That feels right. Hubert and Hanneman. I don't feel like I remember any of those. Let's do Hubert. Oh, I can't believe I never got past a B support with him in any run. That's something we need to rectify. How is that possible? Hubie and Dorothy, A support. Let's do it.
Hubie, I've been.
Hubie, I've got a question for
What's
you.
this all about now?
What is
It's
it?
about what you said before.
I don't know. Well, I don't know how you can speak to me like you did last time. On the subject of. Oh wait, no, sorry. Something about what we were talking about last time on the subject of your destiny.
You mean the path? That
You
led
mean
the
to speak of
Edelgard and
the
Diana?
path on which Lady Edelgard and I walk?
I guess I don't really understand.
I imagine that it.
kind of thing,
I
since
can't
I've
begin
always
to
been
understand the kinds
focused
of
on my own
things
goals.
that would. Only my personal objectives interest me. You, 80, the professor, you fight for an ideal. That's powerful. It concerns everyone.
then there's me.
But me, I've
With my
only
hands
ever
full thinking
been
of just
concerned
myself.
with my little old self.
One person seems enough to me.
I think one sole person would suffice for me. I guess you're right.
Do you have something more to say?
Was there
Dorothy?
anything else,
It is
Dorothea?
unlike you to seem
You don't.
so uncertain.
You don't seem to not hesitate thus far. What?
I guess so.
Yes, sorry, Hubie.
It's just.
But last time I did a lot of thinking.
About
um,
whether AD might
uh,
command you to marry me.
I don't know what that word means. Something about 80 can order you to marry me.
What?
Excuse me?
Perhaps AD
Well,
might
if it was
command
for
No
Edelgard,
need to repeat it.
that's not really
Quite clearly.
worth repeating. Thank you. I heard you well enough.
Like I said.
Like
my
I saying,
hands are
I
full
said,
thinking of just
if
one
I already
person.
had to do, I don't really think about anyone but
But
myself.
if
But
you and I
if
were
you
devoted to
and
one
me
another,
were
maybe we could
devoted to
strive
each
for the
other,
future
then
you
maybe
believe in.
we could pursue something other than what you believe.
Maybe I'd finally
I believe that if
understand
we
your path
got
and be
to
able to think about
maybe if we
more than
got
just
we could
myself.
then get to I'll reach as far as your destiny and think about I could think about things that other than myself.
It seems it's my turn. to
Perhaps
not
it's
understand. Did you just
my turn
propose
not to
marriage
understand,
as
you
a way
might
to
say.
get to know
Did you
me?
just propose marriage as a way of getting to know me
How
better?
exactly would such an
What kind
arrangement
of,
benefit me?
What would be the advantages of holding such an
Oh,
arrangement?
it'll benefit
Oh,
you.
there it has its own
Go
advantages.
on.
Yes, like.
Well, this path you're
Well,
walking with
this
AD will
path of
have
yours
one
that
more
you
loyal
follow with
follower.
Edelgard could count an adept more.
Isn't that enough?
Isn't that enough?
I suppose,
suppose
it may
so.
well. Your contribution
You
to our
have
cause has
contributed
been
to our
noteworthy.
cause in a most
But
notable
no complaints
fashion,
about your
and
battle
I have
prowess
nothing to say bad about your prowess on the field of battle.
And if you were able to
But
walk
if you
the path
were
as
to
I do,
adopt the same destiny
would
as
be
me,
something very special.
that would make you all the more exceptional.
So, will you consider it?
You,
This is all
that's,
because of you,
perhaps you've put words in my mouth to tell the
You
truth.
made me wonder what it's
you,
like to be wholly
have-
devoted to
you have-
another person.
Improved. What? You improved my thought process on that which I can do to entirely devote myself to another person. I'll let you think on it.
All right.
I'm
I'll
not
consider
sure.
it.
I miss. I seem to miss something. Me too. All right. Last one, because that one was a bit, just a little bit rocky. Alois and Petra. I have like none of Alois's ones.
Alois,
Alois.
Ah!
Who's there? Oh, it's you, Petra. You surprised me.
I have a question to be asking.
I have a question to ask you.
Sure, I don't mind.
Of course, with pleasure.
I'll answer your question.
Tell me your question.
You are always surrounded
You are always
by people. When
talking
you
to
speak,
people.
they
When
smile.
you speak, they smile.
I feel envy.
I'm envious.
I
want to know the
secret
secret
to
which
having a
you
happy
that
conversation.
leads to joyous conversations.
You need a lesson on breaking the
there's
ice.
nothing to know about
That's
how
a
to
slippery
do it with talking to
subject,
people.
but
There's nothing to it.
I bet we
Well,
can
you could start by
correct
what I read here is cleaning their eyes, but that doesn't sound right. Maybe it just means like looking people in the eyes. Let's see. More importantly, to engage yourself in the conversation. Don't hesitate to say hello to people. Ask them questions, and if you have any doubts about stopping to slip into silence behind people. And don't maybe think twice before slipping behind someone to surprise them.
Start conversations.
Start
Stop
conversations.
sneaking.
Stop surprising
I am
people.
understanding.
I understand.
Is there more?
Do you have any other advice for me?
You can always
Well, you could always
to lighten the mood.
make a few jokes if you're trying to lighten the
The
atmosphere.
trick is to keep trying
The zest of
until you
humor
get
and
practice.
some
Put your
a few
best
grams of
foot
courage,
forward.
and that's the
And
recipe,
try
the secret
not to
recipe of
put it in your
the
mouth.
special secret that you asked me.
What are you saying?
What are you talking
Why are
about?
you laughing?
Why are you laughing?
I just made a
It was just a
joke.
little humorous something on the idea of a recipe.
A joke.
A humorous something.
Can you give me more explanation?
You can. Could you perhaps explain it?
Put your best foot forward.
You have
That's an
asked my
expression
secret, and then
people
I
say that
thought
means
that
try as
people
hard as you
often
can.
see secret recipe and they don't like to share it with anyone.
And putting your foot in your mouth.
And so I invented a secret
really
recipe
mean what it
to give to
sounds
you: a pinch of humor and a few grams of courage.
When you put your foot in your mouth,
It's funny because
you are
it's
saying
like,
something rude without
what-
meaning to, and so
Because you can't actually really measure out humor and courage. Like, you see what I mean?
what am I going on about?
What am I even doing with my
There's
life?
nothing worse than trying to
There's nothing
explain a
worse than
joke.
trying to explain a joke.
Petra,
Petra,
you've gone awfully
you're not
quiet.
saying anything.
I suppose
Have I
you've lost
upset you
faith.
somehow?
You are playing,
You're playing
with your words.
With your words.
We do such things in
Um,
Bridget too.
We do something similar in
in
Bridget.
Fodlan, you have a
In
strange
Fodlan,
way of
you play
playing
with
with a word's meaning.
all manner of strange
I am admiring
the
of
meaning,
it.
all strange manner of the meaning of words. I admire
You
it.
admire
Oh,
me?
was that
Oh,
a compliment?
Petra, no need to say
Thanks.
kind
I
things out of pity. You
I don't
didn't
really
hurt
need
my
your pity,
feelings.
but you can be honest
Am
with
I
me.
hurting them?
I was saying what I think. I thought it wasn't pity.
If you were sincerely
Well then,
complimenting me,
if you
then no.
think so,
To think, you just
then
started learning how to chit-chat,
if
and
you
you
say so, it's not
already
pity.
got a silver
That
tongue.
this you could say that the look on your face didn't really seem humorous, maybe.
You really put your
But,
money
well,
where your mouth is.
At least you didn't say anything else. Ha ha ha!
More laughing.
More laughing.
must be a
This
complex technique
a
of
very
word
complex technique of humor. Well, that one didn't go much better, but I can feel my brain cells just atrophying one by one. They're committing apoptosis. The more of these I read, the more of them they're like seeing the writing on the walls, and they're just like, nah, I'm just gonna give in now. Shut down completely. But that was good fun. I can't wait to do another one of these sometime in the future. These always give me a right good chuckle, they do. So that was good fun. Next video on the channel is going to be some more The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Until next time, go for the knees. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's going to be out of here now. Peace! Kinda. And we just need a few more in there in different orientations and such. Oh, I might have missed a window on this day. Might have to sit with the fire for a bit more. That's cool. I like that one. Yeah, I missed my window. Bugger. Please don't rain again. Where's that fire? I guess I could also have... I didn't necessarily have to do